This is part 1 of the passing masterclass with Chaim Schalk. If you find yourself getting aced off the court, down the middle, or to the sideline, this video is going to be for you. This is Chaim Schalk. Even though we play against him on the AVP, he's coming here to tell us his secrets of passing, because I absolutely suck at passing and I need help. But for those of you who don't know him, he's one of the best players on the AVP. Teamed up with Jeremy Casebeer this year. They won the Seattle Open. He's originally from Canada. He actually went to the Rio Olympics back in 2016, finished 9th place. And we brought him in because he is one of the best passers on the AVP Tour. And this is the 4-part series passing masterclass with Chaim Schalk.
It's passing balls. One of the first skills I wanted to master myself was just become the best passer. If you become the best passer, your offense is going to become to the next level. Because think about how much easier it is for my setter every single time they're coming up to set me a ball. If it's soft and in their hands, they're not going to have a problem doubling the ball. They're going to just put the ball where you need it, and all of a sudden your offense becomes a lot easier. A lot of people overlook the fact that everything kind of starts with it. And we talk about it a little bit, but like passing is everything for me, I think. If I keep that ball forward and my momentum's moving with the ball and everything's in front of me, I feel like offensively it's hard to stop me. But when I'm passing a little bit, high and off the net, spinny, ball's coming over my shoulder, all of a sudden my partner's gonna have a little tougher time getting it to me. Then all of a sudden my options go out the window, my vision goes a little bit, and it just makes it way tougher.
I know exactly how you feel, because I shank so many balls, and when I finally get a ball that's like to the right spot, I'm like, I'm gonna put this away. Right. Because I'm used to like shanking the back corner, and Riley's like, I'm like, send it! And John is just like, wow! I'm like, all right.
Exactly, but it's just like a percentages game, right? If the ball is coming over your shoulder, you're gonna be, instead of siding that ball at 50% of the time, it's down to 30 already, automatically. Number 1, quick and light feet. If you're talking about like the chain of passing though, the feet are the first thing, right? So we gotta have quick feet and the rest of your body's gonna follow. Quick and light feet, usually you're seeing a jump serve or a float serve. And for me, it's trying to stay really light on my feet so I'm not digging into the sand. That's all about mobility for me, so I can move laterally left and right, forward and back. I like to think of it as more of a shuffle when I'm passing. So I'm shuffling to my right, shuffling to my left, but reading the serve first. And then, based on the speed of the serve is going to kind of determine what moves I make and how quick I need to be on my feet. If it's someone ripping a jump serve, it's going to be a little bit more of taking something off the ball. Whereas if it's a float serve, I can shuffle into that ball and push it up to the net and try to keep my momentum moving forward. I think with the conditions in beach volleyball, we need to be able to move always. If someone's putting in a lollipop or a pretty easy serve, I would still want to move my feet, taking a little bit of a prep step and just kind of being able to shuffle either way. I'm not talking about taking like a big step to your left or a big step to your right when they're serving that way. I'm talking about taking those small little steps, and it might be a few before you're taking a ball that's only 3 or 4 feet outside of your body. So the idea behind doing the shuffles is that you're not crossing over, your hips aren't changing their alignment. So if you're shuffling behind the ball, your shoulders and the rest of your body are naturally gonna be moved back into the court. If you start with the right footwork, the rest kind of takes care of itself as you go.
Rosie.
What up, Ryder?
Yo, it's Maddison.
What up?
Hey, I got a quick question for you. We're making a passing video right now with Chaim. What's the golden rule of passing?
Golden rule of passing?
Yeah.
Moving your feet and staying low.
Hey! What is that?
Not being lazy like I do sometimes.
I feel you. I'm the same way. Yo, what's up? What's cracking? We're already set up for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm with Chaim. Are you set up tomorrow?
Yeah, we have 3 teams already.
If you were to give someone like a mental cue to like be light on your feet, what would it be? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it totally does. Like, it's gonna sound lame kind of, but literally what I tell Jeremy and what we talk about before every serve is like quick light feet. Let's move to this ball so that we're not getting stuck, we're not getting flat-footed. We want to be in a bit of a forward-moving lunge so that we're passing the ball up instead of like falling back or like misreading the play. I literally say the words like quick and light feet all the time. A lot of players developing their game, they'll get a little bit stuck in the sand, so they're just kind of hoping it's going to hit them in their sweet spot, when in beach volleyball we always need to be ready for the ball to go anywhere, no matter how hard the serve is. So little small adjustments are what it's all about to kind of dial in that platform.
is there someone on the AVP who passes more? Don't worry, we're gonna bleep it out and we'll blur your mouth. I swear to God. I swear.
You're gonna do it. I've seen this player, this one certain individual, get stuck a lot, and short serves are a problem, and his name is Riley McKibbin.
Yeah, I knew even
No, but seriously. Watch the serving run that Jeremy had in Seattle in our semifinal. Dude, if you watch that match, those were unbelievable serves, but they were more like, for him, he has an absolute cannon, right? So those were his 80% serves. Those weren't his like, I'm ripping the ball as hard as I can. Those were him serving the ball 80%. The other team, I won't name any names, but if you were to watch it, they're trying to just pass with their arms and not getting their feet to the ball. Even though it's coming so hard, I still think on the hardest serve, you still have the ability to make small little adjustments, and it's really subtle, and you may not even notice it on on a film or a video. But if you can make those small little adjustments, that really hard serve us to a good spot all of a sudden turns into like a serve that you're getting behind and making a play that's able to side out instead of a shank. You know, you're putting it in a position where you actually could win the point instead of giving it away. That's my thought on having, you know, a dynamic serve coming from the other side. If you can still make a small little adjustment, you may not pass it perfect, but you can give yourself an opportunity still to side out. I was a setter indoors. Played for 5 years at university in Canada, Trinity Western University, and one thing I always kind of notice is every team I played on, there would always be like one or two of the passers that have like that touch, that like nice soft touch that comes off their arms. And when you're a setter, it makes like all the difference for what you're doing when you're setting and running an offense, because it's so easy to just make the right set. Like, it's just, in terms of just quality, you just know it's going to come out nice because it's coming off their platform soft and a little bit of backspin, and it's just super easy to set. And then you have a couple, you know, you have those guys that are a little like, maybe a little rougher, a little stiffer, and they're passing like high spinny balls to you, and to them they're just like, that's a perfect pass. It's like right where you want it. It's a 3, and you're going up to set the ball, but it's just like super spinny. You're just setting it. You're like, oh, hopefully this is good. I mean, it's not quite the same feel as when you have that nice soft buttery pass.
I come from like an indoor background, and I think there might be a direct correlation between like guys who played indoor and this leaning passing. Basically indoor, it's just like step 1 pass. It's not moving your feet.
Yeah,
and like
you're taking,
I pass indoor on the beach and it kills me. Like, I lean a lot. My feet are terrible.
Well, in indoor, there's a lot of times 3 or 4 passers, right? So you're taking your seam, you're taking one. You might have like one lean where you can pass your area without even taking that step. And I think one advantage of, I'll pump more setters tires, but like, because Riley actually does have pretty quick feet as well, but
you're completely contradicting yourself.
I'm not. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, for sure. But if you watch setters, they go to set a ball and they take, and I refer to setters a lot because I set for 15 years. But they go to see the pass and they take small little steps so that by the time the ball comes into their hands, they're exactly square and they're exactly where they need to be to make a good set. But it's those little adjustments at the very end that make the biggest difference. So for me, transferring to beach volleyball, I already had a bit of ability to be able to like take make the small little adjustments. Not to say that other positions don't do that, but I think setters in general are always working on those like really technical, small little aspects of like footwork. Footwork was such a huge thing all the time in setting. Like, we're doing footwork again. Like, you know, we're gonna square up from here. We're gonna take small steps. There's some phenomenal passers that were middle blockers or left side passers.
No, but so I like it a lot.
Anything we
Name
talk
me
about
one
can be
middle
traded.
blocker that can pass.
Chaim Schalk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Nobody says it right. Nobody says it right, but you did it.
Dude,
the people on the Amazon stream say it's so wrong.
Well, listen to this. Call Chaim Schalk.
Calling Chaim Schalk.
Chaim Schalk. Well, my name is like actually pronounced like Chaim.
Really?
I'm not Jewish, but I have a Jewish name. For whatever reason, my mom and dad named me Chaim, but like they call it, her favorite author's name was Chaim or Chaim. But that's a Jewish name. It means like L'chaim. Like, you know, like L'chaim? It's like cheers. It's like, or when there's like a wedding, they go like L'chaim. It means life. Nobody says it right.
We're just gonna start calling you Chaim from now on.
That's fine. That's what like the Dutch guys call me, and like a bunch of people say
really?
Chaim. And I'm like, that's fine. It sounds cool.